What's up, everybody? We have the second place Dragunity profile from the tournament tonight. Yeah. All right. So, Russell, what you played tonight, bro?
Well, Dragunity is, of course, but I played 3 ducks. Kind of got to play them to do all your combos.
Yep.
That's what starts them all. 3 phalanx and 1 Acklys. Those are all the dragon tuners that play. This guy's, of course, for the combos. This guy's to just pop problem cards. It's also for, because I side deck Legionnaires for the rogue matches.
Alright.
Yeah, in the middle of a lot of your combos, you can just throw them to the graveyard just to use them later on. Then there's Mistletoe and Garuda. Kind of put them sort of together because they kind of serve the same purpose where you do your ducks. You need these to continue your combos. This guy has the added advantage that if your ducks gets Veilered or Phoenix Chain or Broke Through Skill, you can just drop Mistletoe on it. But both of them are just really combo extenders.
Alright.
These guys are the guys you need for it to do all your big combos. They're kind of mandatory. She, just like him, in the middle of your combos, a lot of times you'll just have an extra Gator effect where you just get to throw something away for free, so you might as well throw her away for free.
Right. You're only playing one, right?
Yeah, just one. Just because she only searches this card. She has to get a level 4, 1500 or less Wing Beast to your hand, and he's the only one. But just in the middle of your combo, you just throw her away, and you get a free ducks at the end of the turn. It kind of takes strain off of Dragon Ravine, too. So you don't, like, if Dragon Ravine gets popped, you've already got your next ducks.
Alright.
And then Leviton, he's just for a specific combo in the deck, just to make Felgrand. It's really the only efficient way to make Felgrand.
I actually would like to see that, like, after this, though.
And he gives the deck a little bit of a recovery game, because there's a lot of games where if you kind of get into a grind game, you'll just run out of extra deck cards. Like, you run out of Vajrayana, you got like nothing left, so you just make this guy. And like, he's big, and he's not special out of the extra deck, so he happens to be okay against Shadows.
Okay.
And then, of course, 3 Dragon Ravine. Or 2 Dragon Ravine, 3 Terraform.
3 Dragon Ravine. I mean, I wish it was at 3, but come on. Yo, hopefully. So, I mean, the deck is not going to do anything, so we might as well get it at 3.
And then consistency, just trying to get it up as high as you can get it. 3 cards consonants. It's also another reason why I want to play the Acklys, because 4 and all 3 cards consonants.
It's all about the numbers.
Just trying to keep your odds up there. And plus you got all these to grab one for when these are dead. These aren't dead very often, like almost never. And you also got Gator to grab them too.
Alright.
This, it's sort of fits in this category with combo extenders, but sometimes it just makes your combos go. Also, a big advantage of this card is if your ducks gets, same thing as Mistletoe, if it gets Veilered or Phoenix Chain or Broke Through Skill, you just throw this on it and continue your combo. This consistency card, also you can just randomly throw this, or this, just to get their effects off.
Alright.
This one happens fairly often when you brick. This card, so of course, combo extender. Every purpose every card serves, this card serves it too.
The Soul Saki Charge.
Gotta play this card, it's busted. Usually ask my opponent to side them out. These 3 cards, this card, it's not that good against Necroz, but I like it against everything else. And you only have 3 ducks in your deck, so sometimes you end up saving an extra ducks because it got negated. Sometimes it's relevant. I just like the card. Warning, it's like the only way to stop Shadow Fusion. Shadow Fusion resolving hurts, because this deck's all about using your extra deck.
Yeah, true. I mean, Winda's their best friend, right?
Yeah. That's what these are for. But bottomless, hits like Sur and BA match. Hits a lot of Cleese, many Pendulum deck. Don't like those. And then Phoenix Chains. Phoenix Chains are especially good because you got cards like Zephyros, and then really good just because of Vulcan. Like, I do that pretty often. Vulcan bounce Phoenix Chain, reuse it later.
Alright.
And then we go to the extra deck. Yeah, of course, 3 Vajrayana. You need 3. Wish you could have 4 because you do run out.
Yep.
1 Gator.
Why 1 Gator?
Because of extra deck space, you could probably run 2. It doesn't actually come up often that you need to, unless it gets Solemn Warning.
Yeah.
Because you can't special it out of the grave later. But as long as you successfully make one, you're just probably going to bring it back with Red Eyes later, so you can continue using it. Usually it's not an issue. 1's pretty good.
Okay.
Vulcan, This is really the only variable extra deck slot. Some people will play instant fusion instead of one of these. Like they'll cut this to 2 or this to 2.
I mean, what would be the instant fusion target anyway?
Mavelus, which is a level 4 winged beast. The same as this guy, basically.
Oh, okay.
This guy has to banish a card out of your grave to special him. Instant fusion has the advantage of not having to do that. But instant fusion takes up 1 extra slot in your extra deck because you have to play the Mavelus. This guy combos with this. When you're just out of resources, you end up making this. And there's a lot of times where you'll make this and you'll have one of these on board and you just drop this, so you get 2 bounces, which is real good against decks like BA.
Okay.
3 level 8 synchros just because of space constraints. Both Stardusts. They're both depends on the situation. Scrap Dragon, of course. Synergy with this. A special synergy with this. Sometimes you'll like make a Vajrayana. You'll equip this, and you'll just Scrap Dragon, target this, target your opponent's card, and then Ackley's will pop another one of the cards. So you pop 2.
Oh, nice one. It's a nice one.
Another big advantage of this is with Vajrayana. His actual effect, which doesn't get used a lot, I don't see. He can send an equipped card to him to the graveyard to double his attack points until the end of the turn, so he goes to 3,800 attack. And then since he was sent to the graveyard, you get to destroy one of your opponent's cards, so it's like Scrap Dragon and you have a 3,800 monster. And if this guy is equipped with this, while you do that play, he becomes 5,000. Because this also pumps attack points. And then Trident Dragon, which is also another reason why I'm playing this guy.
Oh, okay.
Because if you make Felgrand, and the Felgrand lives, the next turn you can bring this back. His effect also lets him summon out of grave. And you make this, and then you'll use Felgrand effect on this, and it's unaffected by everything. So you can like swing through Valk, you can swing through all the back row in the world, whatever you gotta do. Plus it's just a 3 grand body, it gets over stuff. Attacks 3 times, just wins games. This 12er, I only play 1 rank 4 because of space constraints, and this guy's just especially good because the deck you can spam out a field of 2,400 higher monsters. So you got this guy and like 3 big monsters. You just beat over everything and Dweller stops them all from getting their effects. So definitely the best rank 4 in this deck.
Alright.
M7, it's
Like, how often do you make him?
he's pretty much always a recovery play. Like you'll do your initial play, or the games you brick, you might use him too, but say you don't brick, you do your initial play, and then your opponent has some kind, they don't just lose to it. Well, he's usually a recovery play. You like get him back, or you'll just bounce a problem card off the field. He's mostly recovery plays, but there are a couple combos that use him initially. It's just not very often, but he's definitely mandatory. 2 Atom used to be 1, bumped him up to 2 for this combo, so kind of these 3 cards are all intertwined.
Yeah.
Play him or don't play him. Him being at 2 is also sort of relevant because back when he was at 1, like if you got negated, sometimes you just out of the tums and you can't pull off your full combo.
That's true.
Well, I should go to Gaia because of the second Atom with the new combo. This guy gets left on the field, so then next turn you use his effect again, and you'll actually have to Gaia him. Also, it comes up in recovery plays like all the time. You'll use the M7 to grab this back, and then you'll throw Gaia on top of the M7 because this is a dragon, this is a machine. So you have to throw the Gaia on top of it, and then special red eyes by banishing the Gaia.
Well, yeah, I did forget he was machine.
And Felgrand.
Oh, self-explanatory Felgrand, so. Alright, now the side.
2 Dragunity Legionnaire. Those are, they only really come in against rogue matches, like Evil Swarm is a huge one. It's like this deck gets wrecked by Evil Swarms.
Well, Ophion, actually, so.
What this guy does is he equips one when he summons just like ducks, but he can send one that's equipped to him, well, that's equipped to any Dragunity to the grave to pop him face-up monster on your opponent's field.
Alright, so he basically combos with this guy, too.
Yeah, so if you equip this guy, he gets popped 2 other cards and it's monster effects, so it gets around Evil Swarms.
Alright.
It's good against Volcanics, like any rogue deck. DD Crow.
Why do you want DD Crow?
Still debating on it. It can be searched off a Gator because it's a winged beast monster, so you can add it to your hand and send something else to the graveyard. So you can like search it just to get rid of a Necroz mirror in the grave or something, or random PNAB, or just matches where it's relevant.
Okay.
Just because it's searchable is really why it's in there at 1.
Raigeki. I mean,
It's actually
Dragunity.
only in there for a couple decks, and like BA, just because you don't want to get the Fire Lake off, so you just clear the board first. Same reason for Book. They're pretty much same deal. And speaking of BA, this card's kind of interesting against them.
Okay. Did you even play this all night?
Yeah. If you activate this on one of BA's back row, they can't special summon monsters because they have a locked back row and they can't activate it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that actually is a good
Kind of
strategy.
prevents them from playing Yu-Gi-Oh.
That sucks.
I also sided against Shadows because usually they'll only have like one back row set, and that's the L Fusion. Or
Yeah.
maybe they'll have two, but you'll usually know which one's the L Fusion. So you just lock the L Fusion and they can't do anything. And then random stuff sometimes, it's just good. MSTs are for anti-side deck. I don't actually like use them just a 1-for-1 randomly. It's pretty much anti-side deck. Those are for occasionally Burning Abyss, but usually they're just for Shadows. Because you can run like non-fusion area, because non-fusion area hits some other decks too, and some decks coming out. But if you play non-fusion area against Shadows, you pretty much have to have the Stardust on the field, because otherwise they're just going to drag in your non-fusion area. And even if you did have that, they could, with non-fusion area, they could just like set a Shadow and get its flip effect off to kill your stuff. So I prefer Shadow personally.
Alright.
Decree, I sided against any, of course, any backward deck. It's pretty
Yeah.
self-explanatory. And then Iron Wall, probably going to bump that to 2, just because Infernoids are going to get kind of big. And Ritual Beasts.
Yeah, future reference for it.
Ritual Beasts, Infernoids, and some other deck that manages a lot.
Alright, guess that about wraps it up. Thanks a lot, Russell, and see you guys next week.